Hey y'all. Hey. How you doing? All right. Happy Saturday. Listen, it's your girl Ginger Snaps and I'm back. I'm back and I'm confused and I'm tired, okay? This has to be the worst and the best season of Love is Blind ever. The worst because we barely got any couples and I don't think anyone is getting married. But the best because the drama is just taking us on twists and turns. And listen, the most mature one out of this bunch is a 24-year-old. A 24-year-old. I don't know if us millennials, I would categorize the others as millennials, right? Like Izzy and Stacy and Lydia and Uche. I would say, are they millennials, y'all? Because I'm an older millennial. And I think millennials up until anyone born between the years of 1980, 81, up until 96 or so, right? So we have Milton here, who is basically a Gen Z. He's my brother's age. So those kids are born like late 90s. And then we got the millennials losing their minds, absolutely losing their minds. I don't know what is going on this season. I don't get it. The men are uber emotional. How did we get from stable minded people like Tiff and Brett and Zach and Bliss and even Kwame and Chelsea? That bunch they were just impeccable in their quote unquote performance last year. It looks like Netflix said, listen, too much lovey-dovey shit and let's burn the house down with this new crew. I'm not getting it. I don't understand what is going on. I think everyone on social media is just like, we're scratching our heads. So episode 8, all right, let me just get into it. Episode 8, let me get my notes because I had to watch this like 3 times. I was just like, what? I felt like Jocelyn. Like I cannot. I cannot. So where did we leave off? Okay, so we start off episode 8 with they're at where were they at? Were they at a hotel or some rooftop thing? It looks like it was connected to the apartments where Lizzie, oh my God, his name might as well be Lizzie, where Lizzo, no, oh my God, listen, let me take a sip. Izzy, I meant, take a sip of my Starbucks because I can't keep it together. So the apartment where Izzy and Stacy and Lydia and Milton were staying at, it looks like it was some rooftop or a hotel or a complex they were staying at, and where everybody met up. That's where it's at, that same location. But anyways, this season is more like love and hip hop because these girls were fighting. Everyone was fighting. So now we have Uche and Milton. They're talking. Uche is desperately trying to convey his sentiments on Lydia. He's really trying. He's explaining to Milton the background between him and Lydia, what happened and how Lydia, tried to set this up as kismet, as fate, when Uche thinks, and I still haven't seen definitive evidence to show that Lydia did set this up. All right. Uche maintains that he gained information that she did set it up. And he did say that someone wait, hold up. No, maybe I'm mistaken. Aaliyah had told Uche, I think so, that Lydia kept saying in the beginning, I feel like I'm going to meet someone I know. There it is. Yes, I guess that's the evidence. Unless there's more evidence. So it is believed that Lydia set up for them to be in the pods together because of what she had said in the pods to the other, not in the pods, back at the women's headquarters. And I think Aaliyah told him that, or someone told Aaliyah that. I don't know. So Lydia's over in the corner. She's like having a fucking breakdown. She's fuming. No, she is really taking this way too hard. There's more to the story. There is more to the story. I know she maintains that he's lying on her. Yes, that can get someone upset. But if someone's lying on you, as Lydia says, he's lying on her, I'd be like, fuck you. You are lying. Get the fuck out. Just stop. Bye. Bye. Just stand in front of him and confront him. She runs away and she's just fuming on the side. And then she comes over and drags Milton away so he doesn't hear the lies coming out of Uche's mouth. Okay, that's what she maintains. But what's not fair is, notice how when Milton tried to drag her away before, Lydia said, no, give me a moment. So now she comes and drags him away. Milton said, give me a moment. And she said, no. So that wasn't right, Lydia. Milton gave you a moment. So why can't you do the same for him? So anyway, she wouldn't allow that. And that's not right in a relationship. It goes two ways. So Uche says Lydia lied about some things early on in their relationship. I want to know what that lie was. Uche, what was that lie? And notice, Uche says they were just dating. Now he's saying they were in a relationship. Uche, I was on your side because if you guys are dating, it's not official. You can still go talk to whoever you want to. But Uche called it a relationship. So Uche, we need to know, were you guys just dating or were you in a full-on relationship? Because if they were in a full-on relationship, then yes, it justifies Lydia's, anger towards you. She's not over it. She's not over you cheating. If you guys were in a relationship, if you guys were not, then she's just a stalker. And that's what it is. She crazy, like Uche says. So it's crazy how just one word can flip and turn the tide being favorable towards Lydia or Uche. So Uche goes back to the group and y'all, this is where shit hit the fan. And I have some rather unpopular opinions regarding this. Shit hit the fan. So here we go. This is where the girls are really fighting. All right. Uche goes back to the group. In this group, we have Izzy, who's drunk as a skunk. I think Chris is there. There's that bald dude who I think he did end up proposing to the other girl, but I don't even know their names, nor do I care. We have Stacy, Johnny. We have Miriam, the confused scientist. And then we have that Asian girl with the pouty lips. I don't know her name, but I don't know if she has braces, but she's really pretty, but her lips are really pouty. That's all I can describe her as. I don't know her name. Anyways, so Uche goes back and tries to explain to them, what's going on. And he says to them that Lydia set up for them to be together during the experiment. Johnny, her jaw drops. Johnny's like, wait, what? Like, she couldn't believe it. I thought all the girls knew. Listen, what's confusing is no one, like, is Aaliyah not talking to Johnny? Maybe they're not friends. Did Lydia not tell the girls what Uche is accusing her of? I'm not sure, unless the girls are just not fucking with Johnny like that. Something about Johnny, people that they're not fucking with. Some people like her, but it feels like, I don't know, she's isolated, because I feel like all the other women knew the whole Lydia and Uche thing except for Johnny. That's why her jaw dropped. Stacy apparently wants beef with Johnny. Okay. At this point, I wanted to punch Stacy in the face because Stacy interrupted Uche and said, "What's up? Fix your face, bitch. What's up with your face?" And Johnny's like, "Wait, what? What do you, what's your problem? What are you talking about?" And Stacy's just being nasty. Stacy's not listening to Uche. Okay. She can't, I think she's upset. Stacy is upset because Izzy, his focus is still on Johnny. Johnny came there with Chris. So Johnny and Chris are happy together, but Stacy is fuming at the fact that she is not first choice in front of Johnny. I would have punched Stacy in the face. I would have stood up. Johnny just sat there and was like, wait, what? What? No, John, you should have stood up and punched that bitch in her face. Who the fuck are you talking to, bitch? Right? That was really nasty of Stacy. I don't know. It was strange. So where are we? So now while Uche's talking, so he continues on and he's trying to say, listen, Lydia is a stalker, and the Instagram thing, he keeps harping on the whole Instagram, and she was watching and stalking my friends. All the women are rolling their eyes. They're not listening to Uche. And I really feel like Lydia and Aaliyah, I think what the girls witnessed with the whole Lydia and Aaliyah thing, and when they were back in the women's lair, right, turned the girls off to Uche. It gave him a bad name, when in fact I think they don't know what really is going on. I don't know, do the girls think that Aaliyah left because Uche was such an asshole? I don't think they have the full story, because they were sitting there not giving Uche the time of day and were aggressive towards Uche. Only Johnny is the one who's being diplomatic in this situation, which is how you have to be. You have to hear both sides, you know? And Johnny did say that. She said, I heard both sides and I'm hearing conflicting things. So she's basically, she's the only level-headed one. Women can be so emotional sometimes when it comes to men. And we're so emotional sometimes that it clouds our judgment and we automatically think that the man is wrong, when you have to look at both sides, because we as women can be wrong too. We as women can be wrong and unhinged. So I'm the same way. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Why are you watching my friends' stories who don't even know you? And Lydia maintains they are mutual friends. But Lydia, if you guys were mutual friends, you're not their friend on Instagram, so it doesn't make sense. These people don't know you. That's why they went to Uche and said, who is this chick? But Lydia said that's a lie. There's the lie. Lydia said we are mutual friends. No, y'all not. Because if we're mutual friends, I'm not going to say, who is this? So anyways, Johnny was seeing through it, okay? And she's a lawyer, just like Uche. But Miriam, the confused scientist, started butting in. She started butting in. Uche wanted to listen to Stacy because Stacy said, hold up, Uche, I got to defend Lydia here because, and Stacy again is looking at optics. Stacy said, Lydia was consoling Aaliyah when she was crying over you, basically condemning her for cheating on her ex-boyfriend, okay? Which I get. On the outside looking in, Stacy's like, how is Lydia the bad guy when she was consoling Aaliyah? But then Uche tries to say, yes, but when Aaliyah found out, and this is a valid point, when Lydia told Aaliyah the truth about their previous relationship, what was Lydia doing then? And he's right. Stacy has to realize that. Okay, I got sidetracked with a phone call. So, all right. So we have the confused scientist now who just kept butting in to the conversation. Uche could not hear what Stacy was trying to say. He really wanted to hear Stacy out, but Miriam was just being very loud and bombastic, and she was being very rude. And so now Uche then turns to her and says, okay, you want attention? You got it. Uche, I feel, put her in her place. Okay. He was like, bitch, you have nothing to do with this. Okay. You are confused. Nobody knows what you do. Why are you here? Why are you here? You got a man or you don't? Did you go to school or you didn't? Are you a scientist or what? Are you a chemist? Where do you live? You in Abu Dhabi or in Houston? What are you doing here? So now, because he fucking read her, okay, she started overcompensating and just started spewing a whole bunch of nonsense and told him that she would read him for the filth that he is, which she didn't. He did. And I don't think Uche was in the wrong because she's really fake. And he called her out for being fake. Listen, Miriam is fake. She was not there to get married, in my opinion. She was there to peddle her wares. She apparently has a skincare line. And it's just convenient, which I will insert the video here.
I struggled with dry inflammatory skin and none of the moisturizers out there were working for me. So I wanted to create a product that would resolve that issue, not just for me, but for others who suffered the same conditions as I did. And that's how Zach and Lucy was born. We have a line of body butters that deliver intense moisture to your skin. It was important for me to use ingredients that are clean, plant-based, and free of any harmful chemicals. So we have 4 simple core ingredients: shea butter, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, and vitamin E oil. The added bonus is our scents are amazing. Some of my favorites are the lavender and sandalwood or the oud mystique. This is the Arabian musk and Lebanese rose. So for more information on my products, check out zachandlucy.com.
Where she was trying to sell her stuff. She was not there to find love, okay? And he called her out and she got upset. She was fuming. Everyone, I'm realizing, is just overly angry. Now, we are on the outside looking in. So I don't know what the mood was, what the energy was, but it's giving, heightened. Everybody was on 100 this season. I can feel the cast has pure hatred for each other. Whereas last season, it was very kumbaya. Even when Marshall, had vitriol for Josh and Dame Mas Gasolina, they still could coexist in the same room, even though there were people that were foul there. Irina and Micah, they were foul, but everybody was able to coexist, right? We haven't even gotten to the reunion yet, and everyone's at each other's throats. I don't know what's in those gold goblets, but whatever it is, I need it. I'm surprised nobody started swinging. Listen, if I were there drinking whatever they was drinking and I had beef with someone, it would have been Royal Rumble. But anyways, she's fake, okay? Miriam, we're not here for her. So unpopular opinion, I do not fault Uche for going at Miriam because she butted in, okay? She butted into that conversation while he's trying to explain the situation with him and Lydia. So where are we? So Uche said what he had to say and he dropped his mic and he walked away. And they were upset at that too. They're like, how are you walking away looking at his phone? Yeah, he said what he had to say. Some people, I said what I had to say. You go carry on and jump around. I'm over here checking my Instagram, okay, to see if Lydia's stalking anyone else. So, I feel like the women, yes, they're not aware that Lydia is the one that caused Aaliyah to go home. I'm sure they have to be aware of that. I really hope they show some behind the scenes footages, after this during the reunion. I feel like the reunion is going to reveal a lot. So then Lydia goes in on a soliloquy. She goes back to the women and says how, he's garbage, Uche is garbage, and that she's so happy. And I am woman and hear me roar. And the other girl, I forgot who she is, but she's my spirit animal. She was like, yeah, that's nice. Let's get some more drinks. I think she's the one that got engaged to the bald guy, but I don't know their names. I have no idea what's going on with them. I don't know why Netflix cut out a lot because apparently now too, there is a lawsuit. I think Netflix is being sued too by one of the other contestants who did make it to the altar, Tran, or she was engaged with some other guy, but she's now alleging that he I don't know, harassed her. S-U-L-E. I don't want to say the word because YouTube be YouTubing. So anyway, so now cut away to Milton and Uche. Okay, so Uche again is trying to state his case, but now Milton is high. Milton has to be high.
At a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful.
Because now he started talking about calculus and he knows his algebraic equations. And he said you and plus sign and me equal sign and us. Listen, I'm a millennial, y'all. I know I keep saying this. You're going to hear this a lot for my Gen Zs who don't know anything, beyond. If you don't know anything before 2000s, you're going to hear a myriad of references from us millennials. So you need to go YouTube. I know my calculus. It says you plus me equals us. I know my calculus. It says you plus me equals us. That was from the TRL generation when they had this spoof. It was some kind of spoof band. They were making fun of all of the boy bands that were popular around that time, like Nick Lachey's 98 Degrees and NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and O-Town. We had a time with our boy bands and with our Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. I forgot the name of the group, but yeah, it was a spoof group, and they did. I don't know if they went on tour. I forgot what their name was, but that was a popular song, very popular. You plus sign me equal sign us. They even had a whole show. And I think the lead member, he was so young. I think he passed away from cancer or something. But yes, you're gonna hear that, and that is from the 90s. But anyways, listen, Milton just started throwing out equations. I don't know if he did this to throw Uche off, but basically, he is the only person this season that was able to disarm Uche. Basically had Uche tongue-tied and stopped Uche in his tracks. Because after that, Uche was like, yeah. So, how's you guys' communication? Uche stopped afterwards, and only, I guess, a Gen Z was able to do that. And it was so funny, and Milton just did not care. I don't know if he was over it. I don't know if that's his drunk face or if he was high he took some edibles. I don't know what it was. So that was over. He was like, yeah, I catch you in the group chat, and basically walked away. I felt bad for Uche. So now Chris goes and confronts Izzy because Izzy keeps saying that Johnny is shifty, and there's what's that? Did they say shifty? Sleazy. They just kept saying basically she's fake. And he's like, I didn't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that. And Izzy is like, man, I care for you, man. I care for you. No, it's not. It's not that he cares for Chris. I think this whole thing is because Johnny was talking about Izzy's finances, and Izzy already feels insecure. She put him on blast, and he feels like he's not enough for Stacy. That's really what it was, because you can't tell me because she told you one thing and told Chris another thing that you're still harping over this. That's not what it's about. So he went and told Chris, she said, I love you 4 times and you never said it back. And I call bullshit. Cause Stacy, I just why would a woman keep saying I love you and you don't say it back? Listen, I say I love you, you don't say it back. That's the first and last time you're gonna hear it from me. So I don't think Johnny really said it that much. He said I counted it 4 times. Those 4 times must have meant a lot to you, Izzy. It just doesn't make sense. Stacy comes over and she's annoyed. You can tell she's livid when she finds out that the topic is again Johnny. She's a hot topic because they cannot take her. They just can't take her. I really didn't think there was anything special to her. I just don't know what it is. She's just a hot topic. Izzy, I don't know why you just didn't propose to her. I really don't. Because if it was a turnoff to you that she never really loved her ex-husband and it was a rebound, you should really be thankful that you dodged a bullet and move on and not and tell Chris, hey, good luck with it. Good luck. I dodged one. But he is fired up. Fired up. So now Stacy comes over. Johnny's sitting there. And they go in on her, just calling her a shitty person. And they are dogging on her. Again, Johnny, why do you sit there and take it? I would have started swinging. And I know she has, a moral, an ethical obligation as an attorney in her real life to basically comport herself in a classy manner on TV. But you can't sit there and allow people to treat you like that. At least read them. So then where are we? What's her name? Meyer? I forgot her name. The Asian girl. Mayer. So she defends Johnny, okay? She's like, y'all need to stop because this is not it. Johnny's not that bad. And Stacy basically tells her, shut the fuck up. And where are we? It's just, I'm lost. I'm done. Lydia again says she's looking at stories of people. Uche is accusing her of looking at people's stories, and it's all a shit show. I can't. Let's move on. That scene in itself drained me. That shit drained me. I had to watch it over and over again. There were just little fires everywhere. And again, this season it's gone to hell. So after this, I'm sorry, they were filler scenes. The rest, I don't care. After that whole debacle, I don't care because now it turned into the Stacy and Izzy show. Stacy and Izzy are arguing over stupid stuff. They're both drunk as a skunk. Stacy says Izzy doesn't do anything. He's all talk, and everything he said he would do, she hasn't. Okay. It bothers her because she was his second choice. Now, Izzy pulls a narcissistic move. He pivots the topic away from him and turns it to, ooh, I was so turned on by how you were cursing Johnny out. Good for Stacy that she pivots the conversation back. And that's what you do with narcissists. She pivots it back to the initial point she was trying to make. And she does bring up a good point. She says, you only appreciate me when you are comparing me to Johnny. Like, ooh, thank God. I love you so much because, I dodged one with Johnny. And how is that supposed to make us feel as women? You are only into me or show appreciation when you're comparing me to the dumpster fire that you claim is Johnny. It makes no sense. So then again, Stacy goes in on him. Again, I guess he doesn't cook for her. And then now this nigga starts crying and curls up in a ball and starts crying. Again, I cannot. I literally can't with this season. So now we're in bed with Lydia and Milton. They're discussing what happened. And Milton said something very important, which resonates with me. Why give anyone the privilege of getting you out of character? And Uche said that to Milton as well. But Milton, I guess he was just trying to be neutral and not side with Uche. But I really feel like Milton agrees with Uche in some points. So Milton was trying to explain to her that she gets very emotional and irrational. And he says that you should try to control your emotions. And Lydia's not hearing it. Lydia's unhinged. She's not easy to deal with. She's not. And I'm not thinking Milton is going to say yes at the altar. But we'll see. So now I'm breezing past this. So Stacy apparently is a Pilates instructor. Does Stacy work for her dad, or is she a Pilates instructor? Is she a Jane of all trades? I don't know what's going on with her. We have filler scenes again, and now it's time for Stacy to meet Izzy's mom. So Izzy's mom comes over. Listen, Izzy's mom is so cute. She a brick house, y'all. She is a brick house. She has a cute, she's, older, but she's very curvy, cute Mexican mom. And she asks, of course, like any Latin, African, Caribbean mom, does she cook? He says yes. I want to see, y'all. I want to see what Stacy cooks. I want to see what Stacy's cooking. I'm sorry, I had to have a silent moment for that, because what is Stacy cooking? Meanwhile, so Stacy comes in bubbly as hell. I feel like it was performative when she came in, basically trying to impress mom. It was all bubbly and it was too much. And why is Stacy looking like Jem in the holograms? Y'all, she got too much makeup on. What is, like, I don't know if it's her contour, her highlighter. She looks like a hologram. Again, 80s babies. We know what that is. Jem and the holograms. Jem is exciting. Ooh, Jem. Ooh. All right. Stacey looks like one of the misfits. But anyways, so they're talking, and again, Izzy with that nervous energy. He's tapping his leg. Crazy. Unless he has a restless leg syndrome. I can tell Stacy gets nervous when his leg starts tapping. Stacy's trying to keep it lighthearted, but mom says, listen, easy there, Tiger. This is serious shit. Marriage is easy. I feel like a lot of the 20s and early 30s crowd out there do not realize how serious marriage is. The older generation is like, this is no joke. And I feel like a lot of us are just like, yeah, it's easy. Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not. And when she says that, then they both start getting emotional, and I just can't. Okay, whatever. She accepts him. She embraces Stacy. Let's move on. Now, we go to the Huxtables, aka Milton's family. I love Milton's family. It is the definition of, from what we can see, what they're presenting as Black excellence, okay? They look very distinguished. They look very educated. Milton's mom, she must work for HR or something, because she is just very composed, very cerebral. The sister, I looked the sister up because as I was watching her, I'm like, this girl, every way that she acts, I act just like that. If my siblings brought home Lydia, I actually would have been worse, but they kept it tame. And I looked it up. I said, this girl has to be a Sag. And lo and behold, Milton's sister is a Sagittarius, and she's a lawyer. She's a Zeta. She's a Black Greek, like yours truly. So yes, these people ain't fucking around. They not fucking around, okay? And Milton's dad, I believe they were in the army. So, you see a lot of stoicism with them, and I think that's where it comes from. So we go and visit Milton's family. Lydia, again, turns on the charm, tries to give a church hug to the mom, and they're not impressed, okay? They're not impressed. The sister is not impressed. Jessica, I forgot her name. Milton's real name is James Milton IV. very distinguished. And Milton, again, I mentioned before, he looks Asian, and the father, he looks part Asian, Milton's dad, I guess, James Milton the third. And so his mother gets all the information that she can extract from Lydia, so she can, I guess, do a background check. That's what the sister said. So I was dying because as Lydia is talking, James, her name is Rita. The mom is looking at her quizzically while Milton over there trying to uncork the champagne with his teeth. Milton, he's such a child, a man child. Again, sis is not impressed and starts railing Milton about what is he doing. She's like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? And she's not afraid to voice her concern. And Milton asks her to stop. It was so awkward. She's just saying what we're thinking, that this is all phony. It's phony. And whatever they were eating looks good. That looked good. It looked really good. I saw some cake, some noodles. I might have some rasta pasta tonight. Anyways, the mother ain't no joke. Okay, she talking about SWOT analysis and all. She must work for HR or something. And they pick up Lydia. So Lydia, everything Lydia says sounds like a poem. Sounds like a poem that they are not reading. They are not. They said it sounds scripted. Bingo. Bingo. So now Lydia's trying to bear her heart out and, oh, I've been through so much shit. I did not like that part. You don't meet people and start and just swear. Like, I didn't appreciate that. If someone talked like that in front of my parents, I'd be offended. It was offensive to me. They didn't bat an eye. I just didn't like it because she's trying to seem real. To some people, it's unacceptable. Unacceptable. And so the sister makes an important point. She says she's not feeling that warmth from Milton. She's not feeling the excitement because usually when someone's getting married, they're excited. They're glad. They're just saying how much they love, their partner, their future partner. Maybe Milton was nervous around his family. But again, a sibling knows their sibling better than anyone else. And the sister, who seems like an astute person, again, and she's a lawyer, she's not picking up those same vibes from Milton. All right. So now we have episode 9. Child, I don't even know if I want to review it. They go dress shopping. It was one big filler episode. You know what it feels like? It feels like, do you remember doing book reports? It starts good, okay? And then you have to meet basically a requirement of how many words, 2,000 words. You don't know what else to write, so you just start filling in, just putting bullshit in. I remember that from like middle school. That is what the rest of this season of Love is Blind feels like. There was nothing else, okay? There's one couple they left out for whatever reason. Oh, I heard she had a boyfriend. That's what it was. So the girl that was engaged to the bald guy, I guess, had a boyfriend. So they cut her. The other girl, Dang or whatever, is suing Netflix. So they cut her out. Lydia sabotaged Uche and Aaliyah. So they're not proceeding. So this is all Phil. I might catch you at the reunion because episode 9, I could tell you right now, from what I remember, it was just dress shopping, tux shopping. Were there any tears? Somebody was crying. I don't know. And I'm over it. I'm over it, y'all. I'm over it. What a season. This, I have no words. I feel like social media is in shambles. I think my next video will be about Uche revealing all in his comments. I get more information and more entertainment from Uche's comments because he actually responds back to people. So please do not forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye. Bye.